Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for yoga this evening. So, the reflection that I'd like to share is a poem by one of my favorite poets, Mary Oliver. This is called The Summer Day, and this is, I think, one of her most well-known poems. She wrote a lot about nature, and so see what you think of this one. The Summer Day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who's gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I find that, well, it resonates in me. So perhaps it resonates in you as well. So let's try a little yoga in our wild and precious life. Find a comfortable seat. Do some circles. Bring your hands in front of your knees. Do some circles, maybe getting bigger and bigger. And then pause and take your circles in the other direction. You can start small, get bigger and bigger. And then bring your hands kind of in front of your knees and just hug in. And notice if your spine gets a little taller, or maybe if you feel your shoulder blades on your back. And if your chin is lifting up, bring your pointer finger to your chin. Just kind of set it there and notice how the chin comes down so that it's the top of your head. It's pointing up to the ceiling. And then let your hands rest in your lap. But keep that length in your spine. Let's find our breath. And what I mean by that is, notice when you breathe in, breathe out. You breathe in again. Breathe out. And just let yourself settle with your breath. That's how it feels. Be with your breath. Notice inhale. Exhale. Perhaps breathing in and out through your nose. I'm going to show you a breath. So many different kinds, but here's a type of breath to use when you feel really warm, and it's been really warm around here this summer. So you let your tongue roll up. I'm going to see if I can show you. I'm sticking out my tongue, I'm rolling up the sides. And some people that's difficult to do, but if you can do it, roll up your tongue and then breathe in and out through that tongue. you might want to breathe in with the tongue and feel the cooling, and then exhale through your nose. Let's try it that way too. And just come back to regular breathing. Let's see if it is a little cooling for you. So if it's a hot day, you can take a couple breaths that way, see how you feel. Now we're going to lengthen our exhales by pretending that we're blowing bubbles, which is a fun thing to do in the summertime. So we're going to pretend we have a wand, dip it in the bubbles, inhale through your nose and exhale through rounded lips, little hole between your lips. In through your nose and then exhale through that little space. Let's do 2 more like that. Notice what's happening inside. And you could do a few more. Do you feel like your exhales are getting longer? Do you feel like maybe things are getting calmer on the inside? Finish the breath you're on, and let's take 1 more. Now let the back of your hands rest on your knees and your thighs. Palms are up. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, let your fingers start to curl. Inhale, let your fingers open. Exhale it whatever way you like, and let your fingers start to curl. Let your fingers open. Let's finish this one and do 2 more. Now we're going to add some movement to our breathing. So bring your hands in front of your legs again, sitting nice and tall. And when you inhale, move your chest forward, lift your chin. And when you exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. Inhale, moving forward, moving your spine forward, lifting the chin. And exhale, rounding and tucking. Looking forward. Exhale, rounding the back. Let's do that 1 more time. Let your arms kind of shake. Your arms come by your side. With your next inhale, reach your arms out and up and overhead. Turn your palms away from each other. As you exhale, let your arms just gently glide back down. Go at your own pace. Breathe at your own pace. Let's take 2 more breaths. Thanking the breath and the movement. Now bring your hands in front of you and walk your fingertips forward until they're at a good distance. It feels comfortable. Soften your elbows. Let yourself fold forward. Still breathing. Don't go into discomfort. If anything feels uncomfortable, just back it up a little bit. And now come up on your fingertips, walk your hands to the right and fold over that right knee. Let's take one more breath here. Put your fingertips back up. Right hand's going to come outside your right hip and reach that left arm up and overhead. Take a couple breaths here. Look down at your right hand. And bring your gaze up to your left hand. The right. The left. Notice you're making space. Left side. Space between the ribs. And then reach your left arm up. Bring it down. Let's bring the hands in front again. So we can walk fingertips forward. Dropping the elbows. Moving forward. And walk your fingertips to the left and fold over that left knee. Stop and take 2 more breaths here. And walk your fingertips back. Let your left hand come outside your left hip and reach the right arm up and overhead. Making space on the right side between the ribs. Look down at your left hand. Up at the right. And then take your head down. Left hand. Your gaze. Gaze up to the right. Let's do that one more time. So breathe. Reach that right arm up, down to the side. And since we're talking about our gaze, where your eyes are focused, focusing the eyes is an interesting part of yoga as well. So we're going to look straight ahead and then let your eyes turn to the right. So you're going to look to the right, your chin is going to turn to the right. Keep looking to the right until your shoulders turn to the right. Keep looking to your right until your torso turns to the right. Now, by this time, you might have your right hand behind and your left hand in front. Turn to the right. Take a few more breaths here. Your spine is tall. Let the top of your shoulders soften. To the right. A breath. Open your eyes if they're closed. Look forward. Let your eyes start turning to the left until they're facing forward. And then your shoulders and your torso can face forward. Good. Now we're going to let the eyes start taking your gaze to the left. Your chin might be moving, probably moving to the left. Maybe your shoulders want to move. Maybe your torso is also turning to the left. And bring your left hand behind, your right hand in front. On the top of your shoulders. Take 3 more breaths here. Now, let your gaze start going to the right until you're facing forward again. Bring your shoulders, bring your torso along. Good. All right. So we've just moved the spine in its 6 directions, forward and back, to the left, to the right, and then turning to the left and to the right. Just notice how you feel. And we're going to come to hands and knees when you're ready. If your knees are sore, you can make a little fold in your mat. And kneel on that, see how that feels. If your wrists are sore, you can make a little fold in the top of your mat as well. Just see how that feels. If anything feels uncomfortable, you can just sit and breathe. Catch up with us later. So honor your body. So we're here, hands and knees, spread your fingers. And on your next inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. And as you exhale, round your back and tuck your chin in. Inhale, let your back arch to the floor. Exhale, let your back, your spine arch to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time we're going to inhale, bring your shoulders forward a little bit. Exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels. Let the tops of your feet come down. And then inhale, come back up. Go a little forward. Exhale, bring your hips towards your heels. Let's do that one more time. Moving with your breath. This time, lower your elbows. You can rest your head. And we're in a forward knee child pose. Take a couple breaths here. And check in. Notice how you feel. When you're ready, come back to hands and knees. We're going to inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, bring it down. Left arm. Exhale, bring it down. Now let's do the legs. So inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, bring it down. Lift the left leg. Exhale down. Let's do that again. So inhale, right arm. Left arm. Right leg. Left leg. Now let's see if we could do right arm and left leg. Exhale down. Let's do that again. Right arm, left leg. Exhale down. This time, we're going to extend right arm and left leg, and let's hold for a couple breaths. Reaching forward with your right fingers, reaching back with your left heel. Wobbling is allowed. Then bring your hand and your knee down. Let's sink the hips back towards the heels. And just take a pause, but notice how you're feeling. Notice what's going on. Back up. So this time we're going to extend right arm, right leg, left arm, back. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Set it down. One more time. Right, left arm. Now down. This time we're going to hold. Right leg back, left arm forward. Let's take 3 breaths here. Reaching forward on the left, back on the right. And if you'd like, you can let your fingertips, your toes come down. With your body. And then let your right knee come down, your left hand come down, and sink back down. And that child's pose. Good. All right. We're going to come back to hands and knees. And let the right toes come back to the floor. So your right toes are on the floor. Now, As you look straight ahead, we're going to turn to the right. You're going to see my back. You're going to turn to the right. You can swivel on that left knee. Let your right foot come down. Let your right arm extend up and overhead. Good. You can even bring that right arm over your ear. Good. Maybe let it come forward and up and around. If that feels good, making some circles. And then bring the right hand back down, right knee back down. And the child's pose again, noticing how you feel. And we'll do the left side. So let your left leg extend back, toes are on your mat, and you're going to turn to the left. Swivel on that right knee, let your left foot come down, and then lift that left arm. Feel the breath all through the tight areas of your body. You can even bring that left arm, if you'd like, over your ear, and maybe take some circles. And then when you're ready, left hand comes down, left knee comes down. This time, let's step your knees mat distance apart. Bring your toes together. Let's come into traditional child's pose. With your knees apart, hips coming back. And take a pause as you notice how you're feeling. Two more breaths here. And we're going to come up to standing. So from hands and knees, you can walk your hands back. Lift your knees off the floor. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your feet roll down. And you can walk your hands up, shins, your thighs, the front of your legs until you come up to standing. Good. Ah. And do a little clothing adjustment, hair out of the eyes. And when you're ready, let's shake everything out. So shake out your arms, shake out your legs, shake out your shoulders and your hips. Good. Just let everything kind of loosen up. Let your arms get loose. Let your arms kind of swing side to side. Kind of wrapping around you as they do. And then face the front. We're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, bring your arms behind your lower legs and fold over. Exhale. And then inhale, bring your arms up and overhead again. It's a big movement. And exhale, arms down and around as you fold down. Feel free to take 2 breaths as you do this. If you'd like, inhaling, reaching up, and exhale. Right, this time we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to inhale and reach up, and exhale. Bring your arms around, coming into chair pose. Inhale, reaching up and overhead, and exhale. Arms come around and come into chair pose. Good. And let's do that one more time. Now let's reach the arms up and overhead. You can interlace your fingers and let your palms reach up to the ceiling, getting nice and tall. Feel your feet as if they're growing roots into the earth. Good. Now release your hand. Bring your right hand to your waist and take a bend over to the right. That left arm is overhead. We can inhale, look at the left hand, and exhale, look down to the mat. And inhale, out with the left hand, and exhale, Down. Let's do that one more time. Come back up, reach the right arm up, interlace those fingers, get nice and tall. Release the hold, bring your left hand to your waist, and now take a bend to the left. Your right foot, press it down, your right arm is overhead, that whole right side is getting an expansion. Look up at the right hand if you'd like. Exhale, look down at your hands. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, looking down. Let's do that one more time. Bring your left arm up. Let's just get nice and tall one more time. And then exhale, let your arms slowly come down by your sides. Bring your shoulders forward, up, around, down. Up, down. One more time. Now bring your shoulders back, forward, up, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. One more time. Back, up, forward, and down. Step it out. So we're going to face the short end of your mat. Reach your right foot forward, your left foot back. Good. Now we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your arms behind you. See if you can grab, if your hands can grab opposite elbows, or your hands can hold onto your forearms. Lift your heart here. Can you feel like your legs are coming together underneath you? Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, start to fold forward. See if you can keep your back straight as if it's parallel to the floor. Your head is reaching across the room. Your legs feel as if they could come together. And then let your neck relax, let your head be heavy. Okay, we're going to release the body. Inhale, come forward again. Let your hands come forward. And then come all the way up. Exhale, let your arms float down. Good. Now we're going to turn and let the left foot come forward. The right foot behind. Do it on this side. So I'm going to inhale, the arms up and overhead. Exhale, let your arms float down, and then hold, bend your elbows and hold your arms, your forearms. If you can, or you bring your hands together. Bring your arms behind you. Now see if you can lift up. You're lifting across your collarbones. You're gazing up to the ceiling. And then the next exhale, start to fold forward. Think of your hips going back. Think of your legs coming together underneath you. Crown of your head is going across the room. All this going on with you. And then relax or loosen your upper back. Let your head be heavy. Reach your arms. And inhale, come halfway up, spreading your fingers. Pressing your feet, come all the way up. Good. Get your arms open. And let's take a wide stance. Facing the long end of your mat. You're going to inhale, reach the arms out, the legs are out, maybe even point your toes out. And exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees, bend your hips, folding over. Good. And then inhale, expand. Exhale, drawing everything in. Let's do that two more times. So inhaling, exhale, reaching, drawing in. Let's do it one more time. This time we're going to inhale and draw in and let your hands come right above your knees. Inhale here and exhale. Let your right shoulder come to the center and then inhale and lift it up. Exhale, let your left shoulder come towards the center. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale the right. Inhale up. Left. Let's do that one more time. Shoulder. Now, can you bring your hands down? They can come down the front of your legs and let your hands come to the floor. Let your toes point forward and let your left hand come right under your nose. It can come off your mat, it's under your face, under your nose, and then reach your right arm up to the right. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Feel like your hips are going back and the crown of your head's going forward. Expanding. 1 more breath. Bring the right hand up. Put it where the left hand was and then release that left arm. Two more breaths here. Bring the left hand down. Good. Now we're going to walk the hands forward a little bit. Let one knee come down, the other knee come down. Bring yourself around to sitting. And bring your feet in front of you. You're going to come into cobbler pose. So let your feet touch each other. You can bring your fingertips by your hips. So maybe move your hips forward a little bit. And maybe let your thumbs come into the arches of your feet. Or you can hold on to your toes. And stay nice and tall. Maybe inhale, lift your knees and exhale. Open a little bit. Like butterfly. Okay, now we are going to fold forward. If you'd like, folding forward, you can let your arms rest on your legs. We're opening the inner thighs. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then come up a little bit. We're going to take the feet, keep the soles of the feet together, but move your feet forward. So if your mat is going sideways, you might bring your feet off your mat. Or if you've got it, depending on how you're sitting, let your feet stay together and moving forward. And now bring your hands under your legs, maybe under your ankles. And again, fold forward here. And just notice how it feels. Not going into discomfort. You might feel a sensation. Stop right there and let your breath do the work. Just breathe. And then let yourself come back up. Now we're going to let the feet come down. Your knees are bent. And fold over your legs. With bent knees. Your head heavy so that the back of your neck, your upper back is getting a release. back up to sitting. You can bring your hands behind your hips and let your knees go to the right, the left. Inhale the knees up. Exhale, let the knees go to one side or the other. I feel like I'm moving across my mat. Good. All right. And then we're going to make our way to lying on the floor. So when you're ready, take yourself down. Let you lying on your back, on your mat. Let your legs straighten. Let your arms come by your sides. Just notice sensation of being horizontal. Sensation of gravity. All right, now we're going to flex the feet, let your toes point to the ceiling, bring your arms overhead. Reach your arms back overhead as you're reaching through the soles of your feet. And breathe. Let's take one more breath here. As you exhale, bring your knees in. Wrap your arms around your knees. Let yourself roll side to side or make big circles. And you can circle in the other direction. Oh, let your feet come to the floor. Your knees back, walk your feet close to your hips. We'll do a couple rounds of bridge pose. And in bridge, we're going to lift the hips up on the inhale and lower back down on the exhale. And if you'd like to let one arm at a time move, or both arms move with the inhale, go right ahead. So this time we're going to start to lift. Inhale, lifting the hips, letting the right arm come back. You can look over your left shoulder. Exhale, roll back down and let your right arm come. Inhale, lifting the hips, left arm back, looking over the right. And exhale, roll. Let's do that a couple more times. So inhaling. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more round. All right. So let's draw that right knee in, give it a hug. Place your right ankle across your left leg, right up by the knee, and then let your right hand kind of gently massage that right thigh. And you can stay right here, or if you'd like, you can lift your left foot off the floor and maybe bring your right hand through this triangle and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. The right hand meets the left behind the left thigh. Maybe lifting that foot off the floor, maybe even straightening your left leg. Come to a place where you feel sensation that is not pain. And sensation in the hip. Breathing. Let it release. Let's take 2 more breaths. If your left leg is lifted, bring it back to your mat. Bring your right foot to your mat. And let your knees go side to side, like windshield washers. And then bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out to the side. Breaths right here. This is cobbler pose. Same one we did when we were seated. That's how you feel. Look what's happening beneath your skin. Now bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and let your hands help your knees come up so that your knees are bent and your feet are on the floor. Draw the left knee in, hug your left thigh to your chest. And then let your left ankle cross your right leg right above the knee. Left hand, gently massage left thigh. And you can stay right here, or you can maybe interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Straighten that right leg a little bit, or straight up, whatever feels beneficial in your body. Going into pain or discomfort, but you may feel a sensation. Keep the breath moving. Let's take 2 more breaths. Now, if your right foot is off the mat, bring that right foot back to the mat. Bring your left foot to the mat. And then let your knees go side to side. And now let your knees go out to either side, soles of the feet together. Let's take a couple breaths here. Recline cobbler. It's almost time for final relaxation. Bring your hands outside your thighs. Let your hands help your knees to come up. Bring your feet off the floor. Your knees are over your hips, arms out to the side. Breathe in, and on your exhale, take both of your legs over to the right. And let's take 3 breaths here. Feel free to straighten your legs, make any adjustments. You want to bring right leg to the floor so that you can feel that sense of letting go. Sense of soft. 2 more breaths. Roll onto your back again. Knees are bent and over your hips. If you're ready, breathe in. As you exhale, take both of your legs to the left. Make any adjustments that feel good to you. Let your body start to soften. One more breath. And then roll onto your back. Knees are over your hips. Bring your feet to the floor. Straighten your legs.
Let your legs be mat width apart. Let your arms come by your side. Take the palms up. It's time for final relaxation. And I will guide you through. So notice all the parts of you that are supported by your mat, supported by the earth. Your head, your back, your shoulders, your arms, hips, legs, heels. Those places soften. And then bring your awareness up to the muscles in your face, muscles around your lips, muscles soft, muscles along your jaw, space between your eyes. Muscles in your face that you use to express yourself. Soften. Awareness down, upper back, to your right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, and lower arm, wrist and fingers. The whole right arm. Soft and light. To your left shoulder, upper arm. Your left arm, wrist and fingers. Left arm. Looks soft and light. Take rest. Down. The rib cage, torso, as you're breathing. Let you lower back. Notice your right hip, thigh, knee, and the right leg. Right. Soft rest. To left hip, thigh, knee, left leg, ankle, and foot. Whole left leg. Right and soft. Notice if there's any place in the body that is still feeling anxious, tense. Your breath there. Let yourself let go. Give yourself permission. Take rest. Experience.
Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Lifting perhaps at the inhale, holding the exhale. Just be with your breath. Then when you're ready, find a little movement in your fingers, your toes, wrists, ankles. Find that movement. Slowly let your head turn to the right, to the left. And when you're ready, reach your arms back overhead and take an inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, through an open mouth into a sigh. Yawn. Let's do that again. So we're going to take a big inhale, exhale. And then gently bring yourself back up to a comfortable seat. So you can roll on one side or the other. You can bend your knees and press your hands down. You come back to a comfortable seat. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. And let's bring your thumbs to your chest. And lift your elbows slightly. Look down at your fingers. In and out through your nose. If you can feel your breath on your fingers. Does it feel a little cooler on the inhale, warmer on the exhale? One more breath like this. You can even feel your pulse on your thumbs. Then bring your elbows down. Let your middle three fingers separate. So your thumbs, baby fingers, and the rim of your palms are together and your fingers are separating. And look down. It looks like your lotus flower. Just bring your flower down by your head. The lotus blossoms in the mucky water. So as one of my yoga teachers says, learn to live like the lotus, content in the muddy waters. Palms together. The spirit in me honors the spirit in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Good rest of your day, rest of your week, and all that we do in your yoga practice, part of your yoga toolkit that you can use whenever you need to. Your awareness back inside, come back into the present moment. Find your breath, tone down the stress. Find your inner light. Thank you for being